Right, let's see if we are live. Wait for it to kick up, wait for it to start up. It's looking good so far. Yeah, we're live. Right, we'll wait for a few people to get in. It's going to be a bit of a interesting week. I'm looking forward to this week in the stock market. Leaving the chat, actually, let me guys know you're looking forward to the. Well, wait for a few people to get in. Oh, delete that. I'm just going to repeat. Yeah, who's looking forward to the stock market this week? Yo, Connor, welcome to the stream. Ganja Man Dan, welcome to the stream. Got 14 people in here. Nice one. Morgan, Reece James' performance yesterday. Didn't even watch Chelsea game. Evening, Brad. I wasn't actually going to do a stream. I was like, you know what? Literally got nothing else to do. Thought, why not do a little stream? Yeah, it's going to be a volatile week, I think. Yeah, I mean, last week was really good. We had a really good week in the stock market. So, I mean, don't know if it's going to be as good as what we had, to be honest, because it was mental. Obviously, if you've seen the portfolio video, it was, well, my portfolio's at all-time highs, to be honest. Yeah. I saw the Man United-Man City game. That was pretty bad. It's just weird because Man United looked good-ish at times. They just can't score. They literally can't score. Like, they do the hard part and then they just can't really score. And Man City, I didn't even think looked that great, but they're just more clinical. Will, thoughts on United health? I haven't really looked into the company. I mean, Warren Buffett's got into it, so yeah. Yeah, September's been alright so far. Yeah, this is the thing, Sam. This is what I was wondering, is does people think the rate cuts are priced in? Because, I mean, I'm going to bring you onto this screen now. Like, 4 to 4.25, yeah, basis points. So 96.4%. 96.4% reckon it's going to be, yeah, 400 to 425. So cut by 0.25 is 96.4%, which is mad. But like, because everyone's thinking this, do you reckon it's all priced in? Because like we said, like the stock market's been mad recently. It has been since April, to be honest. Tesla end of year, it's so hard to say price targets short term. It looks like it's on a good run though. Any opinions on ASST post merger? I don't actually know what that is. I don't think. No, I didn't see the Inter Juventus game. I'll have to look at that after this stream. What's my next Palantir type play? I don't think I'll ever get a Palantir type play, to be honest, because of the market Palantir has. Like, it's got such a huge market. I mean, obviously I went heavy on SoFi. That was kind of my next kind of conviction stock that I was really heavily convicted with. Same with AMD. AMD is something I want to build more of a position in. Yeah, I would say SoFi was, to be honest. I've obviously stopped buying it at the moment, so if it drops, I'll buy more SoFi, but SoFi will probably be a big winner for me. Seems to be a powerhouse in the financial space. They seem to be getting a lot of things right with that. Yeah, it's priced in, Kay thinks. Market Watch used to have it to look at futures. Let me see if it still does. I don't know if it... I haven't looked at futures in a long time, to be honest. Can't find it now. Brilliant. What's the fear and greed index as well? That would be interesting to see. I just titled it futures because I was just like, I don't know what to title this because it's not a stock market day. So, you can see here, we're on... Oh. I don't know, hang on. $54, which is interesting, we're neutral. Yeah, fear and greed index is pretty useless, I know. It's just, I just find it interesting to see where it's at with things. Sometimes I've used it ish, but so if people didn't see on my portfolio update video, yeah, 7.9% was the rate of return in the week, so it's been pretty insane, to be honest. I don't know if we'll be getting a week like that, but who knows with this market at the moment. Do you think it's silly to average up on SoFi? Obviously, I can't give financial advice, but I mean, I've had thoughts in my head about doing it because of the price targets that I have long term with it. But I'm also happy with the amount I've got in SoFi, so it's not like I'm desperate for more shares. So I'm not like crazy. Like what is SoFi in my portfolio? It's like, yeah, it's 24%. It's a nice percentage. I'm kind of more like focus on like building positions of AMD. I would like a bigger position in AMD, to be honest. So, but like, I mean, short term buying SoFi at this price could be not great short term. Obviously, it depends on what someone's perspective of short term is and what someone's what am I? I'm literally having a spaz attack. Perspective is on a long term investment. Like, yeah, like $26 could look very cheap in 4 years' time, 3 years' time. So yeah, but then also if you buy now with a few months' time, this could go to 20. Like, it's hard. Short term's really hard. But it's had a massive run recently. I'm going to just chill and wait. Yeah, neutral while at all-time highs is good. Like, it's mad because obviously the fact it's not like crazy but ultra bullish. We're neutral is crazy. PayPal opinion. I like PayPal-ish. I had PayPal. It's a weird one. It needs to really have that accelerated growth, I think, to get a bid and get people buying it. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a really good value play. Like what is it trading at the moment? I haven't checked PayPal in ages. It's seriously struggled, hasn't it, PayPal? They've got the new CEO in. He's been in there for probably a year now. 13. The P ratio is 13. Yeah. Tell you what, I need to start using again. I don't know why I've not. It's crazy that I haven't, to be honest. get the physical AI. This is a really good site. Get an AI summary. Because this is the great thing about this platform. You can get an AI summary of obviously all the transcripts of like the calls that they've been having and just summarized in a quick way. Like you can get bullet points like this, which is key information to use. Free cash flow projection for the year 6 to 7 billion. Venmo's obviously having a really well, it's doing really well. I'm getting held back by the FX impact, kind of bad. More so in Grab. The other position's not so bad. Yeah, the rate cuts will be Wednesday. I've heard about Lemonade. Lemonade looks like a decent. Well, it does look like a good stock, to be honest. What? And he's in so. I've not actually heard of him, to be fair, but he's in SoFi, Hims, and AMD. So he's in like he's kind of similar to me, like just someone who's going into companies that just have crazy growth. To be honest, yeah, and are changing the game in their industry. What was I going to look at? Weather's awful. Oscar, I'm really intrigued about, to be honest. This could be something that I make quite a bit of money on, maybe, or it could go horribly wrong. But I'm willing to take that risk. I mean, it's the risk to reward to it. I see still very good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. But yeah, it's about 5.5% of my portfolio. I was actually willing to make it 10, and I still am if it drops in price. So. The site I was on was Physical AI. It's really good. It is really good, to be honest. The financials you can have a look at. I mean, I'm still learning how to use it because there's loads of different functions that you can do. Like you can get a load of different types of graphs and all sorts. So, yeah, it's very good indeed. Like, look at the growth for the revenue. Um, to be honest, I don't like. Obviously, the health industry, the health stocks have kind of they've really had a beating, and obviously Warren Buffett has got himself into it. into United Health. So it's kind of people saying it's an undervalued sector. I mean, I've got obviously Hims is one, Oscar. I've chosen Oscar. I don't want to get too heavily invested in the health industry. I think I've got a nice amount in it, and then focus on, like, Oscar's a bit of a hybrid, isn't it? So it's tech as well, insurance, but I'm actually really happy with the portfolio at the moment. Like, Tesla's now starting to creep up. Grab is having a great time at the moment, which is great to see. Fubo, I'm very intrigued to know, after me buying some shares as well, how that's going to go. Especially, I'm looking forward to the merger news, which seems to be December, January time. So I'm kind of like, I mean, this is the problem. I've got £6,100 left remaining to invest in my stocks and shares ISA until I max it, which is, yeah, it's running thin a bit. So it's a case of, what do I go for? Because I think I'm going to get to a point where, like, I will max it out and it's like I've got this spare cash, and it's like, do I start then investing in the invest account when you can, and then you're gonna have to pay tax on the gains, obviously. But it's like, I either save up my money, have a bigger cash pile than I have, which I don't really want to have a massive cash pile. I'd rather just have it in investments, to be honest. If I can have like a 10% cash pile, then I'm happy. But anything more than 10% cash, I'd rather have it in something, and maybe that's Bitcoin. I'll start heavily investing in Bitcoin, or haven't really made my mind up with that, to be honest. I'm gonna do like price estimates. Like, I'll do like a video on Grab soon. Well, I say soon. I'll give it, once we see this next quarter. I'll do like a thing like I did with Oscar, and put some price targets. Palantir, I'm gonna leave. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know it sounds mental and mad, but like, Palantir is just, I don't want to sell it, to be honest, right now. Like, I know it could easily half or go to $100 or whatever, but it is what it is. Like, if SoFi was trading at these prices, or any other company here, apart from maybe Tesla, I would probably be in the same boat with Palantir, but any other company here, I would have been 100% out of the whole company. But because of, I just feel like Palantir's got such a massive TAM, and it's just got such a big moat. But I know it's very overvalued, and it's mad how long it's held this price, to be honest. I'm a videographer, that's my job. I'm not adding to Palantir, no. As you have noticed as well, my portfolio, Palantir used to be a lot of my portfolio, 65% maybe, and it's dropped all the way down to now here. So you'll start seeing that drop into 30%, around the 30% mark. Not by me selling, but just because I'm increasing my positions in these stocks, and as these stocks will go up in price. Currently now I'm just using my MacBook camera, but for my videos I use the Sony A7S Mark III. So yeah, I've had that for a while now. My first ever camera was the Sony A7S Mark II, so I've always been a Sony guy when it came to the cameras. I'm going to be buying more Snapchat, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's 0.4% of my portfolio. I want to get to 1%, that I've mentioned before. Obviously, Nike and Honest, they're like 0.01%, as you can see. It's just companies that I would consider buying if I didn't have all of these stocks. If I didn't have all of these stocks, and I was like starting fresh today, I I would I would personally have been getting a position in Nike, and Honest. I don't think I would have gone stupidly heavy in Nike. It would have been a nice. If I was starting fresh, it would be like a not like a 10% of my portfolio. Honest would have been. Obviously, I need to do more research. I can't really say, but it would have been around like the Oscar kind of percentage at the moment. Um, yeah. I'm a videographer. I work a full-time job as a videographer, and I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home most of the time. And I also, in the evenings, weekends, or even like when I book time off, I do freelance work. So I make sure I get like the bigger jobs when it comes to freelance, and I actually make like the same, if not more, money than I do at my actual job. But I like my job because it's just nice to actually have like, I don't know how to explain it, like a team, I guess, because being just solely freelance, it's quite a lonely place because you haven't got like work colleagues with you, so it's hard to. Whereas when you're working the job I work at, at least you got a team to chat to and you're talking to. Even though I work from home, like being on the Zoom calls, it's nice. And then when I do go to the office, which is quite rare, but when I do, um, you see everyone, which is really nice, and I get to travel around the world with that job as well, which is class. Um, but the freelance money is like great, to be honest, and that's how I managed to be able to put money away into these stocks. Um, and now, to be fair, how obviously the social media, how my YouTube and TikTok started to pick up. I don't really make much money on the AdSense, but it's more like the Discord and stuff like that. I think Nike has it's just a turnaround play, to be honest. I think um, I'm not buying Nibius. I do freelance stuff. I do music events, weddings, corporate. Um, I do all sorts, to be honest with you, when it comes to videography. Uh, yeah, I try to mix it up as much as I can. Otherwise, I get bored of the same thing. And there's been times where, like, I know some people at work watch my videos, to be honest with you, but yeah, it is what it is. Like, I don't know if I see myself working for the company I work for another, like, more than a year. I feel like this will be the last kind of year or so I do. Um, because it's hard balancing a full time job with your freelance work. When your freelance work is doing more, if not the same, money, you might as well just focus on that. And I did that before. That's what I did before I was a freelancer. But this opportunity was just great, and it just meant I could learn off other skilled people. And like I said, it's just nice to have a stable income that you know that you're getting paid on that same day, and also just the work colleagues that you've got. Whereas freelance, you don't get that. So it's a bit of a weird one to make decisions with, and I really would like to put my all into the whole YouTube and the streaming and the TikTok and the Instagram, and just really see if I can make this a possible full-time thing. At this moment in time, I could do this full-time, but I don't know how consistent it can be, so I need to give it another year, I reckon, to see the consistency of it, because that's the thing with social media. It's very up and down, and also you never know. People might just stop watching you all of a sudden, which is fair enough. I wouldn't make a decision, but even if I did leave my job, I would do the freelance and then do this as well, and then work alongside each other. Because I'll never stop the videography, because that's what I like. I like doing the creative side of things and the edits. And I don't set up a lighting setup for my YouTube videos or heavily edit them, because I don't think, I personally anyway, I don't know what you guys think, but I like it to be very raw and just not heavily edited, because I feel like it becomes quite not so genuine and a bit fake and not, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to even kind of catch up or take in what someone said sometimes. So I just kind of like how it's just recorded and a few cuts, how I do my videos, but maybe that will change in the future. And also it's hard to fit in the time when I'm editing for a job and then having to edit YouTube videos. It's a lot. So that's why I just keep it quite a basic kind of setup. You're a freelance photographer for 15 years. Yeah, it's a competitive industry as well. It's really hard, and it's getting harder. There's a lot of talented people, and I think that's what as well. I'm just trying to bank as much money as I can while working this job and doing the freelance and then doing this, to the point where I can kind of just chill out a bit. Scott, evening Ben, evening Scott. Most of my portfolio is made up of ETS, FTSE All World. I'm looking to get into individual stocks. How did you learn to do your due diligence? How I learned generally was from YouTube. So I was always Googling, what did this mean? Does this mean? How I do this and that? Like, not all in one day, over multiple months, if not years. And I also made mistakes that I learned from. And I think that's the biggest one as well, is experience. You just learn from mistakes. And then once you start getting to know more of the fundamentals and the basics of stuff, like, you can then start, it's so hard to explain how I do like my due diligence. Like, to be honest as well, looking at X is a great platform, because you get a lot of smart people doing a lot of research into things. Then you can start looking yourself if this even is true. You can start using ChatGPT nowadays, which never used to be around, only recently, to be able to see if what they've said is right, and to see if you can get the original source, which is really handy from ChatGPT. And even ChatGPT, you can ask questions of if you're not sure on certain situations or certain things, and just learn like that. I think a lot of people are just, I feel like they go, oh, I know how to value a company, and they try and like pretend they can, or they're just not very open with, like, they will not say they use ChatGPT when they clearly do. Most people nowadays are, because it saves time as well. But like, just as fundamental generally, because I know a lot of people just buy into stocks just because they think, oh, it's low on the graph, so I'm going to buy it, or oh, I'm going to get on the bandwagon. They just start buying like the companies that are really green. You need to realize, why is this stock going up in price? One, it could be due to hype, which is fair, whatever, but that will soon die off. Or the fundamentals have changed well, like they might have had a new CEO, someone who's got a really good track record, so the market, the company's reacting really well. And three, mainly, definitely, really, it's the fundamentals, the financials are making sense, and that's why the price is where it's at. And you got to think as well, like, if the company was doing $10 in EPS and the stock was at $30, the PE ratio would be 3, which is cheap as, obviously. So you need to also just, like, you can look at the basics of things of, like, what are they even doing for their earnings per share, like EPS? What's their PE ratio? Things like that. Because there's just companies that people are buying into that are just losing tons and tons and tons of money. And it's like, generally, like, what, I don't understand why you're buying this stock. Are you buying it because it's gone up 200%, but it's losing so much money? Like, why would you take on that risk of a company literally, even on their balance sheets, are just constantly losing money? I don't get that. You are literally at that point gambling on the hope that it will turn a profit. And it's like, yes, I'm in Fubo, I was in Grab, companies like that, SoFi as well, turning profits. Like, they weren't making money, but you could see that they're on the way to start making money. And then they start giving out guidance as well, and like, SoFi's got a really good track record of beating their earnings and them sandbagging. So you can go off their guidance and actually believe what they're actually saying and know it's not nonsense. And then you can start getting some figures down and start working out where this price could actually be in the future. And then you've got to see where the product is. What is the product? How much is the product growing? And yeah, just see the growth. Is there growth there for a start? I did a YouTube video today on the portfolio, and apparently off Morgan Stanley, I can't remember the source, who it was, but one of the big firms and they were saying, like, the revenue growth over time is kind of what reflects the stock price compared to, like, free cash flow and all that, and margins. Apparently, that's what the data said on it. So that's quite interesting to see. But eventually, if the revenue growth's there and they can start, if the company can just get, obviously there's a lot of things go into it, hence why they've got to report all sorts of things. But I mean, Snapchat's a prime example. Like, and this is kind of why I'm buying into it, because it's got the growth on the top line and slowly on the bottom line, but they are struggling to make a profit. And, like, eventually, surely it'll catch up to the point where they're growing, and the bottom line reflects it, and they can start becoming profitable. And a lot of people are saying, analysts are saying, in 2027 they'll become profitable. I mean, when they start becoming profitable, I'm pretty sure this share price will definitely flip. Wait, hang on. There's a lot of comments here that I've not caught up with. I kept reading 10k in Apple or Nvidia 10 years ago would have made you a millionaire today. Those are all the things I would have done 10 years ago. Decided to really get on with investing. And thank you, Ben. Your channel helped me getting on my track to investing when I was clueless on how to get started. I appreciate that, Mike. I mean, I'm not claiming to know everything, because I really don't. I don't know everything. And that's the whole point of my channel as well, is just, like, showing you my mistakes, because there will be more mistakes that will happen. So I'm still learning, but I've learned a lot in the last 5 years, and I know kind of what to look out for. I'm not the best person to explain, and I never will be the best person to explain things, especially what goes in my head. I can't really sometimes get it out to what I'm thinking, and the judgments I make, which is something I want to get better at, and probably need to get better at if I want to grow an audience with it. But that's where some of the other YouTubers are just so much better than mine to watch, because you'll get more of a gauge and understand a lot more. But I'm here just to be as transparent as I can with my channel, and like, even when there's going to be red days, which there has been many times on my channel, it's just nice to see the people that have been here for a long time and still support me, even when there's red times, because there's going to be red times, and that's when you get hate, and that's the hard times when you have to post and you're down, and they go, told you so, and you know deep down they are in my opinion, wrong, because otherwise I would have sold out and wouldn't have done this situation. But you've got to ride those waves for even sometimes a year of people telling you you're wrong. And then when the time comes, when it's good again, when the markets start reacting well, everyone thinks you're a genius and a king. But like, it's just, you've done your due diligence and your research, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. But I'm rambling. But before you had extra side income from YouTube, TikTok, etc., how did you fund your investments? Just my job that I've been working. Like, I'm just every time I get paid, I just put it into stocks. I don't go. I don't. I try to make sure I have enough money to also have fun, because you've only got one life. Just still do things with your mates, go and see the world, travel. I am blessed to live with my parents. That is one massive thing as well. My outgoings are obviously not as high as other people. Obviously, I still pay rent. I still buy my food. I do all of that. It's just obviously a lot cheaper than having your own place. Yeah, I think the secret as well is just literally just put your money aside as soon as you get paid, the amount that you can afford, and just put it in consistently. And I've done well to pick stocks that have performed well. So yeah. The total figure does not generally make me anxious. Like, I know this might be a bit mad to say, but because I've done my research on things, and where I believe in this, a lot of the CEOs, I don't believe in Snapchat CEO, to be fair. So hence why the money is not as large as the stuff I've got. I think there's things he can change and do better. He's got the ideas, obviously. He's the founder. He created Snapchat, but there's just things he needs to work on. But anyway, AMD, I believe in the CEO. Grab, I believe in the CEO. Oscar, I believe in the CEO. Palantir, I believe in the CEO. SoFi, I believe in the CEO. Tesla, controversial, I believe in the CEO. They've got a track record of executing over the years, and it's like, and just going off their past history of their growth over the years, and the industry that they're going into, where there's a massive market opportunity that's happening with some of the companies I'm in, I'm not nervous, to be fair, at all. Yeah. Obviously, things can go wrong, and that is investing for you. But if you always play things safe, you can never like escape to have freedom, or freedom earlier on anyway. You've got to take on risk, I think. Obviously, that's not financial advice or anything like saying, like, that's just my view. But I feel like I'm not taking on much risk, like, because of the research I'm doing with it. And also this money that I've got in here, it's not money I'm going to be like needing or wanting to take out in a few years' time. If I would need in this money next year, I would not feel comfortable about it. But because I've got money elsewhere, I've like other money, that's why I feel more comfortable, I think. If this was something I needed out next year, then yeah, I would be petrified, because short term, no one knows where it's going to go at all. Not even the best investors will know short term where a stock can go, because things do happen. But long term, yeah. I don't have a recommendation of who to use to learn exactly. Like, if you want to learn just basic investment or like learn how to see like how to look at a balance sheet and all the financials, that just are probably a random YouTuber that will write on a whiteboard and teach you. But actually, like, listening and watching over the years, and just now and then, generally Amit, I really do like Amit, and Tanner. He's heavily invested in SoFi. Tanner's great, to be honest. Tanner's amazing. His breakdowns on SoFi are amazing. It's not like something you will just learn in a day or something. It's just over years you'll start picking things up and things will start clicking. But if you surround yourself and start watching those type of channels, you'll start picking things up. I mean, ETFs, it's the $1 million question. Is he like ETFs? Obviously, it's getting managed for you. You don't have to constantly. You won't have to keep up with what's going on in the stock market as such. And like, if you individual stocks is a dangerous game. If you seriously do not know what you're doing or understand why this stock's going down or up, you're in such a bad spot with individual stocks, because you will panic seriously bad in individual stocks. And you've also got to be willing to just be looking at stocks every day, sadly. Yeah, I would like to do rate portfolios, but I can't really rate them because that's giving financial advice, I would say, and I can't do that. What we are going to do is, because we've been streaming for 42 minutes, which is mental, what we're going to do, we're going to have a look and do the segment where we look in the Discord and see people's portfolios, and just have a look at them. I'm not going to like really say, it's good because a lot of people show how they've done for the week, and I really, really like seeing them. So we'll get into that now. So, if people don't know, this is the Discord, the One Big Journey Discord, and yeah, it's a great Discord. It's £5 a month, $4.99. It's the WAP one, so if you see in the description, it'll be the WAP description, which is the One Big Journey one. That's the community one, and yeah, and then the Patreon one is the one that I just show my live updates and stuff, so they're two separate ones. But yeah, someone's up 80% on their max view, which is crazy to see. Nice one there. Put the fire emoji on there. I just prefer having a limited amount of stocks because I want bigger capital in that stock. I don't want to spread myself over 30 different stocks that could all do well and win, but then if you've got little amounts of capital in each one, it's not really that effective. Oh, you were watching Tanner's before? That's mad. Yeah, I'm completely different. Like, these guys are knowledgeable as they're older as well. I mean, actually, I don't know how old Tanner is, to be fair. I know Amit's like 3 years older, I think, but yeah, they've been in the game for a while and they're knowledgeable people. So max view 23%, nice one. Sharing my first portfolio update, as I haven't done so yet. Quite a small fish comparatively, with some members on here, but still incredibly pleased with that. It's good as well because it keeps people disciplined as well, sharing it, which that's why we created this channel in the Discord. I wish I had this when I was 18, because it would have made me actually invest every month, because I just didn't. I started investing when I was 21, really, and even then I wasn't really investing because I wasn't investing every month, which is the one thing that I'm annoyed about. But It is what it is. I started investing every single month when I was 24. I'm 25. So, not so long ago. I just became more efficient with being monthly instead of having not. I had the mindset of trying to time the market, which is just not right. Obviously, there's a time and a place for timing the market. If something's expensive, you just do not buy it. But there'll be something out of the 7 stocks that I hold that will look cheaper than something else. See, that's great. That's actually mad. Fire emoji on that one. So that's the update so far in here. But yeah, no, not bad at all. Some people have got some crazy ones. But yeah, that's the portfolio segment. Well, people's portfolio, members' portfolios. So we'll look at that again in a few days' time as well. To join the Discord, it's just link in my description. Like, it's the WAP link, so the community Discord. And you'll be in it. And then you'll be able to chat with everyone. Stock discussions channel, general chat. General chat's football today. So yeah, and then obviously the Patreon one is my personal. It's just live updates of my portfolio and the stocks I'm buying and selling. But the one I really would recommend is the WAP link, the community Discord. So yeah. Hang on. Because I don't know his actual future investing he's called. This is who I meant. I think he's a very good streamer. He's 27. He's only 2 years older than me. He's proper switched on. So yeah, I really recommend watching him. Palantir had a great week, by the way, guys. Palantir had an absolute great week. Is everyone looking forward to the week this week for the stock market? I'm looking forward to the rate cut, see what's going to happen with the market. I think it's investing his YouTube channel. Alex, that's a hard one. I mean, probably Fubo, because I bought Fubo not so long ago, but obviously at a certain point, like, I wouldn't go too mad because it's a small company. I mean, it's like, what is it actually? It's like 2.7% of my portfolio, so it's nothing crazy. Just joined. Which one did you join? Did you join the Patreon one or the WAP one? Because obviously they're two separate Discords, so I want to make sure you're in the right one and not you've accidentally got in the wrong one. Yeah, his Twitter's good as well. Is it Data Investing or something like that? His is very good. Option trading Robinhood seems good. How many likes have we got in the stream? 8. We got 8. ETF will getting into like the S&P 500 and things like that. I will be getting into in a few years to come. A few years time. This is the thing. Like, a lot of people got controversy. There's a lot of controversy over Palantir. And like, they don't 100% say if they were involved with certain things like that, not all the time. And it's like, it's a difficult one, because also you can look at it as well as a positive company, how they're helping a lot of situations as well. It is one of those, but yeah. Yeah, because this is the thing, Palantir can help in a positive way as well. Like, I know a lot of people get there's a lot of disagreements, and yeah, I don't know, people, it's a subject I don't really talk about, because that you just get into politics, and you know what happens when you get into politics. It's just, I just can't be asked for it. I don't, yeah. Oh, I've just got a train line alert. Is my train cancelled? I hope it is, and I hope I got a refund, and then I don't have to go. It just says that there's poor weather. Railway services until the end of the day. So has it affected it or not? Like, can I go on the train or not? I'm gonna have to sort that out anyway. Okay. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm really happy with everything. Like, I'm glad, like, people enjoying these streams, and also the YouTube videos. Thank you so much for all of the support. And Riley, which Discord, before I end, Riley, what Discord do you want to be in? Because there are 2 Discords, and then I can figure out if you're in the right one or not. I won't end until you reply back. But yeah, no, thank you all for the support, and yeah, I'll be doing some more streams this week. I don't know when, but I will be doing more, because I really do enjoy these. Even if we're not even chatting about anything, it's literally just like, it is what it is. It's just looking at the portfolios, talking about people's portfolios, the companies people in, or how did the rate cuts go? How's it reacted? Are we in a bad situation? I think it's just nice to just have a chat about it all, really. So yeah. But I appreciate every single one watching, and also if you can hit the like button, it really does help out the channel. It really, really does. And I know it's boring saying it, like, can you hit the like button? But it actually does help. Alright, I don't know if Riley's still in the chat, so I'll wait a little bit longer to see if he is. Riley, if you're watching the stream right now, let me know if you are. I'll even message in the chat. I've noticed what I've done wrong, mate. Joining the WAP one now. I joined the Patreon rather than... Okay, perfect, yeah. Cancel the Patreon one and join the WAP one, and you'll be directed into the right one. Yeah, I need to make the description more clear, actually, because I think I just mentioned community Discord and not actually the name One Big Journey, which is what it's called. So I'll make sure to sort that out as well. But yeah, rate cuts Monday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.